Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're not doing fishing. Today I'm going to showcase pretty much what 6th Sense has to offer in soft plastics. Alright, so where are we going to start? I think we're going to start by these little guys here, the 6th Sense Flush. This is the Flush. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have already seen it. It's an amazing soft jerkbait. Personally, these are the colors that I would use, purely because I use them as a proper jerkbait. I don't really drag them, although I've seen the guys actually use these on the back of chatterbaits. The overseas guys, a lot of them actually adding them on the back of a chatterbait as a trailer. Big profile, so yeah, that could work. But for me, I just use them as a soft jerkbait. I'm working it into clearer water, weightless, and I usually got it quite a high up in a water column. It's quite durable. It doesn't have as much salt in it, for instance, as your clout would have. So it's not going to sink as fast, but that's what you really want from a soft jerkbait, in my opinion, because if you're going to work it the way it was intended to, you don't want it dropping down like a rock. One or two unique features about this would be right at the back there. You'll see there's a little, I can't even keep it still, it just vibrates. There's a little ball there, so it's going to add a little bit of extra weight. It's going to have a little bit of a tail kick when you're working it in the water. That's just an added action, basically. Then right at the top here, and if I can do that, it's going to pick it up. It's got like this little sleeve, so basically you can put your hook through and the hook point will be covered right there. You don't need to skin hook it. It sits just below it, and if you know, it's weedless as can be. So yeah, these are absolutely amazing soft jerkbaits. Okay, colors. Okay, let me start with some basic. It's just watermelon red. So it's just watermelon with some red fleck, some black fleck in there as well. Then we have this little guy here. This is a baby bluegill. I think it's baby bluegill. So it's more like a green pumpkin on the top, with like very translucent-ish orange at the bottom. It's got some blue fleck in it, it's got some gold fleck, some purple fleck, some black, predominantly black fleck, but then it's got all these other lighter hues to it. Then we have Sunfish Juice. Now, out of the lot, this is my favorite one. A little bit of green pumpkin, not green pumpkin, like a watermelon on the top, a lot of black fleck in it, but then it's got like this chartreusey color at the bottom, but it's not like a solid line running through. It's like nicely blended in, and yeah, I just think this thing really works. It's the bomb, honestly. This is also a new release from them, well, newish, one of their later releases. So this is called the Whale. It's a 4.5 inch swim bait. It's actually got a lot of weight to it for its size. It's very thick, and this thing kicks like no other. I mean, that little, I don't know what we're gonna call this, but it's not a boot tail or anything like it, but that paddle at the back, it's really powerful. It's got a nasty kick on it. So if you're gonna fish this, definitely want a belly weighted hook. If you're gonna fish it just with a weightless hook, it's probably going to spin on you because of the amount of kick it has. So you want a belly weighted hook on this guy. Screw lock, it just saves your bait. This color is gill dust, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like a green pumpkin-y color. It's got a lot of orange fleck in it, some purple fleck. Yeah, I mean, it just works in all our water. I've caught fish all over on this. It's gonna work in clear water, a little bit of stained water, not like super dirty water, and there's other baits for that. But yeah, stained water and clear water, perfect, absolutely. And this thing really packs a punch. It costs a mile because of the little bit of extra weight on it. Beautiful action. Last but not least, these little swim baits. This is just a Divine swim bait, very straightforward swim bait. Paddle on the back. All of these swim baits, including the Flush, they all come in a clamshell. So that means it's always going to run straight, it's going to run true. You're not going to have anything that's going to be spinning on you or running sideways or anything. If it's running sideways, it's because you didn't put the hook into the center and kept it center. It's perfectly straight, every single one of it. Okay, this color is called ice cream if I'm not mistaken. So it's got like a brownish tint on the top, with like a translucent at the bottom, a lot of silver fleck in it. These guys, yeah, you can use it with a belly weighted hook, put it on the back of a swim jig, which is actually what it was intended for. Chatterbait, spinnerbait, you can use it so many different ways. Really nice bait, and they're all very durable. I mean, they really do last long. This is Bluegrass Magic. Okay. This is the 3.8 size, and then I've got a little one, the 3.2 size. So you can see the difference here. It's quite a bit of a difference, even though it's not that much shorter. The whole body is a lot thicker on this one compared to this. Bluegrass Magic. So it's like a green pumpkinish color at the top. A lot of blue fleck in it at the top, and some black fleck, and then at the bottom it's got this blue hue to it. To date, yeah, my biggest swim jig, just plain swim jig fish, comes off, I think it was also a Bluegrass Magic or something to that effect, swim jig, and with this guy as a trailer. I didn't know that actually. This is called Bluegill Fire, and this is the 3.2 size. Awesome little color. I can't wait for spawn to come. Just after the spawn, they really do like these little bit of orange and so forth in it. They really kill it. Okay, so green pumpkin at the top, and then it's got this orangey hue at the bottom. A lot of black fleck at the top, and then at the bottom you've got orange fleck with some blue fleck mixed in there. This is the smaller size, so this little guy, again, small belly weighted hook. Spinnerbaits, this is the perfect size for spinnerbaits. I've been using them, the platinum whites on spinner. No, I don't have any platinum whites here on my white and shot 3 spinnerbaits, and it works a bomb. Also a little underspin, nice little finesse approach. So we are done with swim bait type deals. Let's move into these guys, the clouts. I mean, yeah, what can you say? Clout is, whenever fishing gets tough, tie this guy on. Weightless, wacky rig, Texas rig, it really doesn't matter. They catch fish all the time. It's a stick bait. No, it's not a Senko, it's a clout. It's got a different design. It's got like this diamond pattern design on it. It really does have a slightly different fall to it, and also the wobbles it gives. Chuck it into a pool with a small wacky hook on it and see what it looks like when it's going down. It's very nice fall rate to it, extremely nice. As I said, when the fishing gets tough, this little guy, it's gonna get fish. End of story. Okay, so this is Nirvana, my favorite color. Nirvana, for me, pretty much, yeah, and all my baits, it's just gonna work. Okay, so the top is more like a blackish color with blue fleck. I hope this light is gonna pick it up. And the bottom, it's like a green pumpkin with black fleck. So it's black with blue on top, green pumpkin with black on the bottom. It's a very natural looking bait. Awesome, awesome color. Okay, so this is gill dust, same as with the little whale here. So it's got the green pumpkin with blue, not blue, purple fleck, some orange fleck in there. Just a nice natural color. Next up, green pumpkin burst. Okay, this is a used one, sorry. This is the last one I have actually. So that's very traditional. Green pumpkin burst is green pumpkin, black fleck, and gold. You need it in your bag. It just works everywhere all year long. It really does. Okay, this one here, you guys are gonna have to excuse me. Where is the packaging? I can't remember the name now.
5 minutes later.
Dark water bug. Okay, so can't believe I forgot the name. Okay, so more like a very dark, it's not really black on the top, it's more like a dark purple, blackish color at the top with a lighter purple at the bottom. Blue fleck at the top, and the blue fleck runs all the way down to the bottom as well. So this is a nice alternative to June bug. Also an awesome color. All 4 of these colors I've caught so many fish on, it's silly. Okay, this is not really my speciality, alright. I don't do much in terms of Ned rigs and shaky heads and stuff like that. However, I do have a couple just in case. Worm juice is a very, very natural color. It's like a proper not even green pumpkin, just pumpkin. Pumpkin is slightly lighter than green pumpkin, but it's also like a light brownish color on the top with full watermelon at the bottom. And then you have got an array of different little colors in there, like red, purple and black Fleck. As the name says, Ned rig. You can leave it whole, you can cut it down, your choice really is. It is buoyant. If you put it in the water without a weight or anything on it, it does float. But it is not as buoyant as some 1 or 2 other brands out there, like for instance the Z-Man, it's the elastic. There's 0 salt in that, so that's super buoyant. So this guy, what this one will do is, it will land and it will stay there for a while, and then it will slowly drop over, or it will just, depending on the water temp as well, it will just hover around. And that's different, that's a unique look. But no doubt that they'll catch fish. As I said, I haven't been in a situation that I've had to use these lately at all. Then we have got up next Cosmic, awesome little color. It's very similar to a color that it's called different names all over. I've heard them being called Bobway, South African Special and so forth. It's basically black with a red, gold, purple Fleck in it all the way through. I don't know why you can chuck this thing into clear water and it's still going to get you bites. Fish just react to this really well. Next up we have got black and blue Fleck. As the name says, it's full black with blue Fleck in it. Dirty water special, always. Next up, I want to leave these guys to last because they're awesome. Okay, let's start the hot walla, Bluegill Magic. Okay, this is very similar to Nirvana actually. So you have got a black top, very dark black top with a lot of blue Fleck in it. And then at the bottom here, it's like a green pumpkinish color, same as the Nirvana. The difference is here, you have like a orangey, coppery kind of Fleck in it. That's what makes it slightly different. So that's a very nice color. Now the hot walla itself, this is quite a new bait from them as well. It's like a lizard type deal, so it's like a mix of everything. It's got 2 little tails at the back here, displaces a lot of water, these little arms. It looks really good in the water, and I've actually caught a good couple of fish. I've caught some really nice fish, lost a massive fish at Shongweni on this guy. These guys, yeah, you can pretty much do whatever you want with them. Texas rig them, put it on a Carolina rig, drag it on the Carolina rig, and it's gonna work. Okay, so this is just a divine shaky worm. As the name says, shaky worms, shaky heads, that's what you're gonna fish it on. However, it's not limited to that. You can use it on a drop shot. Again, you can even put it out on a Texas rig, Carolina rig. Just because it says shaky worm doesn't mean you have to go shaky worm. However, that is what it was made for in the first place. And again, this is the Cosmic Black, so yeah, it's full black with like purple, red, gold Fleck in it. Amazing little color. And it's got a little bit of weight in it. This one is a 6.3 size. There's a bigger size as well. I think it's 9 or just, I'll put it up here somewhere what the size is. A slightly bigger one. As you can see, I don't do a lot of finesse fishing at all. Sort of my downfall at times. Alright, this is the ridgeworm. Also pretty new. It's not new, it's been out for a while. Again in Nirvana color, so it's the green pumpkin at the bottom, black on the top with blue Fleck. As you guys can see, that's like I've nearly got that color in every single bait. The wool really is your oyster on this one. I mean, you can put this thing on a shaky head if you want, a wobble head, Texas rig, Carolina rig. It's got an insane action in the water. That little flimsy tail, that thing just waves through the water like a little snake or something. I haven't had much opportunity to use it. For me, this is gonna be like summertime when you're chucking out those long big worms on those hot days and want to get a nice big bite. That's when this guy's gonna come through properly. Okay, the last two, this is bread and butter for me. So, your stroker crawl. Okay, these are closed. I'm not going to open them up yet. Okay, again, Nirvana color. I think I've said the name quite a few times. We've got Nirvana there. Then we have got green pumpkin, blue fleck. As the name says, it's just green pumpkin with a nice blue fleck in it. Beautiful color. It works all over, especially in your cleaner water dams. Then we have platinum white. You've seen this thing on the back of a chatterbait a lot. Like a lot, and my swim jigs as well. When you put this on a swim jig, it just keeps that swim jig up a little bit in the water column. You know, it doesn't. It's got a lot more resistance, and especially with the two little tails going, it just keeps it higher up in the water column. Last one is black and blue fleck. Again, just black with blue fleck. Yeah, as you can see, these ones have opened up already. It's got a very different action to most crawl style baits. I don't know how to do this. There's going to be hand signals going here now. Okay, so these little arms, they twirl in the water. So most of your crawl style baits these days, they all got little flaps, and they're going to flap like a, yeah, just little flaps. These guys twirl, so they actually got a, even though it looks similar, it's got a completely different look in the water than to most things. I'm pretty sure there is something that's going to be similar, but to most things it's completely different, and it catches them. It really does catch them. Lastly, if anyone watched my Inanda comp, they would know exactly what this one is. The prawn. I'm going to start with this one here. This is the only one I have, and I pulled the arm off. Such an idiot. But yeah, Mexican spice. So it's got like a chartreuse at the bottom, solid chartreuse, like really in your face kind of stuff. And then at the top it's more like a green pumpkin, and then it's got like orange fleck in it and black fleck. Then we have got main color, green pumpkin blue. This little guy did all the damage for me at Inanda. The second I put on a different color, my bite count just went way down, and I ran out of them. Yeah, I caught so many fish there, it was insane. And then lastly we've got the black and blue fleck. I do get the Nirvana in this color as well. I'm just out of them right now. I mean, you can really put this on, I've seen guys actually put this on a chatterbait, but they don't hook it on like that. They'll put it on sideways, so this acts like a little tail kicking. I've seen guys fish just straight forward on Texas rig. I did actually at Albert Falls quite a while back on the rocks, and I was just bouncing it up off those rocks, and it really triggered those big fish. To bite that day, yes, I can't remember the numbers, but I think the smallest was like a 2.5 up to 3 point something kilos. It was like 3 fish in under 30 minutes. It was like a 2.5, a 2.8, and a 3.4 or something like that. I can't remember now. That was after we were struggling the whole day. Then I put this thing on a little Texas rig, and I just started bouncing it up, and they just caned it proper. But for me, the number one purpose of this, for me, it's a punching bait. Nice thick body, it's very strong. You don't just tear them up quick, and even if you do, you can just bite a small piece off or cut a small piece off, really good through. You can get a good couple of fish on each bait. That's exactly what I had to do at the Inanda comp. I had to bite them down smaller once it started tearing up too much here, and then I would just pin them on, because you've got like a big 1 ounce weight in the front anyways. No, that worked perfectly. It's an awesome punching bait. Perfect. Anyway, so that's basically the baits that I have here, and these guys, I'll catch fish on every single one of these baits. They really are awesome. I'm gonna put down links in the description for where you can find these baits. But like when I get to the prawns or something, I'm not gonna put each color down. I'm just gonna put down a link that goes directly to the prawns. I'll put down a link that goes directly down to ridgeworms and so forth. Pretty much all of these baits you're going to be able to find on Blue Water Gear site. So I'm going to link it down, and yeah, go grab yourself some, start catching fish on them. Anyways, till the next time everyone, take care. As always, please comment, like and subscribe.